am Sigourney Rosario, where I encourage individuals to boss up into their business, their self-love, and their faith. I am super excited to be back with y'all with another video. Today's video is a video. We're about to get real personal. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your drink, your wine, and let's just go ahead and hop into it. This video will be me discussing my new book, Motherless, and also just kind of talking a little bit about my story, my journey, and where we're at now. So my new book, Motherless, for those who have lost a mom or those who have lost at least a motherly figure, is definitely a book that is not relatable to everybody. I'm okay with that. It's a book that a lot of people may not have experienced yet. However, I think it will touch a certain group of people, and I'm okay with just touching those group of women. And I think that when you do lose a mom, it's not something that we talk about. At least for me, I've never really discussed it online on a public platform, but God is pushing me to do it. And at this point, I've been running from it for too long. I just need to share my testimony, share my story. And yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into it. I grew up with my mom, obviously. My mom passed away when I was 7 years old. She used to have epilepsy. And so epilepsy is basically when you have seizures back to back to back to back. It happens randomly. It can happen while you're driving, while you're walking, while you cooking, while you spend time with family. It can just happen randomly. And so she had that condition, and it would just be seizures that she would have throughout her life. And so with that condition, the day that she passed away, she also had a heart attack on top of it. So it was a seizure, and it also was a heart attack, and that's what caused her to go, be in heaven with God. For me, my coping mechanism was just to shut down, and that's kind of what I do now, even at an older age. When I'm feeling some type of way, I just shut down. And at the age of 7, I promised myself, I put it on everything. I was like, I'm not gonna discuss this with anybody until the day I die. I made myself that promise. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna discuss it. I'm gonna be tough. And up until the age of, I would honestly say, up until the age of 24, 25-ish is when I actually started talking about it and discussing it and going to see therapy about it and actually discussing and talking about my mom. So I had really and truly went my whole life without even telling anybody about how hurt I was and how I guess abandoned I felt. And even when people would bring it to my attention or talk about it or try to bring it up or something, I'd be like, nah, homie, no, we're not doing this right now. My grandma would try to talk to me about it. No. My dad, no, not really feeling it right now. I just was shut down, and I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to discuss it. And again, that happened from the age of 7 all the way until the age of 25. That's crazy, that huge span of time. But people had a different way of coping. If you've been there, then you know. So that was my way of coping, is just shutting down. And so after that had happened, again, I went through life not really talking about it, not really discussing it. And then I always knew that I was going to do a book about it, but I didn't know. I thought it was going to be later on. Because honestly, really and truly, can I just tell y'all a little secret? Can I put you onto the game? I didn't even know I was going to be releasing books like this. For real. I thought that first book, my first book, Puzzle Pieces of Purpose, How to Find Your Purpose in Life, I was just planning on doing that. Using my little gift and then, going back in the cut. Just chilling. And then God was like, oh no, baby girl, come on, back up. It's your time again. Oh, third book, it's your time again. God was just he was just downloading so much into my spirit. And with this book, I knew it was going to come, but I didn't know it was going to come like this. I had been running from this book. If there was a sprinter in the world, it should have been me, because I was running from my purpose for so long. If you ever been there when you just no, God, I see what you're trying to do, but you don't understand what I'm trying to do. That's how I was. And so God was like, yeah, this is going to be your next book. And I was like, no, God, it's not going to be my next book. It's actually not. I'm happy you think that. But I really wanted my next book to be about how to balance the 9-to-5 job with your purpose or your dreams or your side hustles. That was the original plan for my third book. And God was like, no, I want this to be your next book. And I'm like, God, no, you don't understand what I'm saying, though. Because I be having these conversations with God all the time. Like, this is our relationship. So that's how we talk. And how the book came to pass is so crazy, because God will use anything to get your attention. And I'm a little stubborn. So what happened was, I was on social media. Now, when I'm on social media, I don't really be, I be looking at what people got going on, like whoop, 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 whoop. But I don't be in everybody's business like that. And for whatever reason, I clicked on this girl's story. And boy, when I tell y'all, God got me, like he got me. I clicked on her story. And what I saw, like, took my breath away. It was like the Holy Spirit was like, whoosh. Like, he hit me. And in her story, she had recently lost her mom. And I knew about it. Like, she posted on social media countless times. I knew she had lost her mom, but it didn't really click. Hey, she lost her mom. And so I go on her story. And in her story, it's something she had reposted from another page. I don't really remember what it was. But she was like, dealing with your mom's death never gets easier. I'm still struggling, still battling each and every day, but trusting God during the process, or something like that. It was like a quote or something. Y'all, when I saw that, I was like, okay, God, like, I get it. God, I get it. Like, okay, I get it. Like, chill out. Boy, that thing took me out, y'all. That thing took me out. So bad. And immediately, after I clicked off social media, I got my journal, I got my pen, and I started mapping out the chapters. I was like, let me stop playing with Jesus, because he played too much and I got time for it. Like, I started mapping out the chapters, and I told myself, it's going to be uncomfortable for you, but the person that you're going to help, even if it's just one person, the person that you're going to help is going to be worth it. And I had to tell myself to kind of get over myself, because like, I feel like I'm a very private person. And even though you may have like a bubbly personality, people don't realize that you're still private. Like, don't let the bubbliness fool you, girl. I'm still private. Like, I don't be out here telling all my business. Like, if you know, then you know. I don't be out here sharing everything, giving the detail about my life, sharing every single thing on social media. That's just not how I move. And so, for me to be open and share that special moment in my life with my mom and details of the death and everything of that nature, it was just such a vulnerable book. And I was like, God, I really don't want to do this, because I already feel like I'm out here. I already feel vulnerable. Like, can you mess with somebody else, God? Like, what? And God was like, no, I want you to tell your testimony and share it and do it with honor and do it with dignity and do it in a way in which she will be proud of you. And so that was how the book was birthed. It was birthed from social media. And God gave me the download. It is a snippet of my testimony about how the death actually came about. I tell a little bit about my story of the day I found out that she passed away. I tell a little bit about her. And she was actually an engineer for NASA. And so the whole photo shoot, the whole idea of the book is kind of centered around, mourning. And it's also centered around the engineer, space, intelligence part of her as well. So you'll see that throughout the book as well. But yeah, I'm putting myself out here yet again. And I just pray and hope that it will at least encourage one person out there who may have dealt with the death of their mom, their aunt, their grandma, their, adopted mom, whatever the case may be. We all go through grief. And one day or other, you will have to experience that death. However, my whole jazz for the book, my whole prerogative for the book is that it will encourage you on how to deal with death. So for this book, I'm not going to offer autographed copies. I usually always do that for all of my books, but this one is a little different for me. It's a little different. It touches home, and so I'm not going to do autographed copies. I'm actually just going to have it posted on Amazon. I'm going to have the ebook. I'm going to have the hardcover. I'm going to have the paperback. I'm going to have the audiobook. However you receive a book, look, sis, we got you. We got you, sis. We got you. So I'm so excited. I pray that my mom is honored by it. And I just pray that God will use it for his glorification and that it will encourage someone out there. And yeah, that's my whole story on how the book started. And hopefully, again, you'll be able to read it and enjoy it on November 1st. That's my mama's birthday. And so I thought what better way of releasing a book than to release it on her birthday. So I'm super excited. If you need encouragement or you know somebody else who may need encouragement, please write into my foundation, Letters for Life, where I encourage individuals by writing a free handwritten letter of encouragement. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all on my next video. Bye.